Give me the whip.
Throw me the idol. Hey, no time to argue. Throw me the idol, then I'll throw you the whip.
Give me the whip. Give me the whip.
Adios, senor.
Three rad dudes with nothing better to do get abducted by the crew of the starship Alpha 2. They're from the planet Q, which, due to a space-time loop, is stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need our heroes to discuss the latest news and give their reviews of games and movies too. Sure hope you're not confused. We swear this is all true. Not just the premise too, the Totally Rad Show.
Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad, Totally Rad Show, Totally Rad Show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Totally Rad Show. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada.
And I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
The Totally Rad Show is your weekly dose of all things rad.
For instance, we're going to talk about movies.
Yep.
We're going to talk about video games. We're going to talk about comics and
all
TV.
All these things are rad.
Yeah,
this
rad
week,
stuff.
This week we're going to talk about movies and video games. But first, if you are watching The Flash on our website, you may want to look over there. Down there on the website,
little
you
button
see
right there.
The QuickTime thing. Our show is so rad that when compressed into Flash, it actually loses some of the
rad.
rad.
Radosity.
Not too much, maybe like a -1 to radosity.
Right.
But if you watch the QuickTime version, which streams about as fast,
Yeah,
all
it does
rad.
stream just as fast, and we highly recommend it. We just wanted to do that as a public service
Download now. It is.
announcement right at the
It
top.
is.
It's like the end of a G.I. Joe episode.
it is.
That's-
Don't get into a fridge if you're playing hide and seek.
Right.
Do not.
Also
Does
helpful.
anyone remember that? That was my
I think that
favorite.
was Punky
that was
Brewster. More Punky Brewster.
No, that was also Punky Brewster.
Very special Punky
No,
Brewster.
it was a Punky Brewster,
When
but
did
there
Mr.
was
T come out? Was that at the end of G.I. Joe?
that's
What?
with the
No.
gymnastics.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. How weird was
What
that?
was
It was
that?
like Mr. T and a gymnast in a bus.
Yeah.
It was.
What was that?
It was like the gymnast Team USA
It
gymnast
was.
with
It was,
Mr.
it was
T.
Mr. T and the like
Yeah.
American
Gymnastic
Yes.
team.
No, but the name of the
Yes.
show was Mr. T and his amazing friends or something.
Something like that.
With gymnasts? But I always
don't
wish
know.
that they would leave. No, because I would watch it. I would be like,
So did Mr.
I was like,
T.
I'd be like, because then didn't it start with like it did the epic '80s thing where it starts all live action and then like somehow gets
Yes, loved it, which I love.
Yeah,
like
Mr.
with
T was
Captain
like-
Lou Albano and the
No, that was for
Junkyard
WWF.
Dog,
That was
Junkyard
WWF.
Dog,
That was
and
WWF
Hulk
cartoon.
it would
Yeah.
jump right into
Yeah.
But it would
What
always
was-
be
Roddy
like
Piper?
the C list of wrestlers and like Lou Albano.
Yeah.
And,
What would you want? The Iron Sheik and
Interestingly,
the
Andre
Hulkster.
Lou Albano was in Lou Albano
That's
was
how I
in
say it.
Super Mario Brothers live action show, Super
Right,
Show.
he played the.
When he played live
Swing
action and
your
then also the
arms
cartoon.
from side to side. Come on, it's time to go do the Mario.
Yes. Wow, we're like
God, that's so
Dude,
rad.
nothing's stopping us. The Rad
Dear
Train,
Jesus.
full
Wow.
steam express.
The
This
Rad
is
Train
what you
has
have to
killed some people.
expect.
We have already lost casualties to the Rad Train.
Yeah, it's
They've
sad.
been run
We had a
over.
PA.
One of those casualties was the fact that we need to tell them about what we're doing on the show.
Oh yeah, what are we doing on the show today?
We're doing movies and video games.
Right.
Right?
But we're going to cover movies.
Yeah,
Well, I
you
said that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
The
What are we
Rad
doing
Train.
today?
The Rad Train. You got
blew
cooked
my
up with the
skirt.
Rad Train.
All right. So no, today first
I'm
of all,
really glad you're shooting the show with a skirt now.
no, like Rad Piper, full circle. Okay. We saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
I thought you said Ratty Piper.
we
Just
saw
gonna say.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force
Cool epic screening.
Last night.
and John Carpenter. There's some news about
Oh,
that.
I hear this
coming up.
news is amazing.
I'm very excited. I saw
I can't
the
wait
board.
to lay it on us.
Saw the board.
Video games. We played Cooking Mama for the Wii, which is
We'll talk about-
brand new Wii game.
we'll
We're going to
talk
talk
about it later.
And there's some interesting rumors that have been floating around that actually turned out to be true.
So they're Trumors?
Yes.
Yes, they are.
Trumors.
They're
Everybody
Trumors.
loves Trumors.
So
yes.
put on your
Trumors,
seatbelt.
although I was
Lock
saying,
into your
I love Trumors
over
3.
harness.
just saying.
Your over harness? That's on that
Roller coaster.
rad roller coaster that I'm miming right now.
That is a rad mime.
All right. So movies. This week we saw Aqua Teen Hunger Force.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we do not know what each other thinks, although I think we all
I
kind of
think we
know
all
what each
kinda
other
know
thinks.
what each other thinks.
But I may have a hidden gem of a feeling about it.
Oh, wow.
Well, why don't you share, Dan?
Start with your gem.
Well, listen.
Dan.
Well, here's the cool thing about it.
Does it have a hologram?
Jeff is a fan of the show.
Yeah, I've been a fan for a while, yeah.
Alex saw.
I've seen an episode or two and I enjoyed what I saw, but I didn't seek it out.
And I never saw a thing. I mean, I knew of its existence and I saw promos for it, but I never
we were the
actually.
three
It was a
perfect
show
people to watch.
that's been on. It's been on the Cartoon Network for a while
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Several seasons. They're usually really short episodes. It's about a shake, an order of fries, and a wad of uncooked meat. That,
Yes.
they used to solve crimes when the show first started, but they don't so much do that anymore. It's very irreverent humor.
You've definitely seen the characters.
Right.
Even if you don't know anything about the show, you have seen the character. Well, and then they were in
The big hubbub
The
of
big
the-
hubbub in Boston, right?
Yeah.
Where they put
They
out
got
bombs.
arrested. The promotional guys got arrested because they had put up the sort of light bright looking things of Nick
for, like-
Noct and the two
Yeah.
the two sort of Atari 2600 characters
Oh, yeah,
flipping people off, and in light bright.
Yeah.
And they put them up around town,
And
people
there's a
thought
big
they were
bomb
a bomb,
scare.
and there was like terrorists.
And they got arrested.
Oh.
Didn't you hear about this? And then they went into
I do, and I think I didn't know what
That
that
was
That's
that, and it was
them.
for this movie.
That was promoting the movie
shit.
that we
we all
watched last
saw.
night.
And I only went there
Full
because I
circle.
heard about the
Wow.
people in bombing.
Now we should talk about it.
What's your gem?
I want to hear the gem.
Well, okay, no, I was just gonna say because it felt, we were watching and we were all laughing. I actually really did like the movie, kinda. I thought it was
I
hysterical.
really did like the movie.
Kinda.
Thought it was hysterical in the beginning.
Okay.
Mostly, pretty much thought it was funny throughout. I just felt that it dragged a little bit. And, you mentioned before we walked in, you were like, it's weird, the show is, like, really short. It's not even a half-hour
Yeah.
show.
Yeah.
I wonder how it's going to be as a movie. And I felt that thought throughout the whole... It just
I
really
did
kind
too.
of dragged.
I did
And
too.
Me
the-
too.
I mean, it actually is a problem that my only gripe that I had with 300 was that there was no conflict other than the big. I'm gonna bring up 300. And you guys like fuck you.
Oh my God,
Now
now
we're
we're
gonna
talking
talk about
about-
that.
Now we're
But,
talking about
like,
300.
it just like there was. Okay, I'll talk about Aqua Teen Hunger Force. The story. There wasn't really a story. It was just
Well, but-
little fucking
Look, I
things,
felt the
knickknacks in
same-
there that I thought are funny. But ultimately, if I'm gonna sit there for an hour and a half, I need to have some drama. I need to have some. I need to have a reason to be watching these guys for this long.
I'm going to say that I had the same fears and the exact opposite reaction to the movie.
Well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought that it was completely it reminded me of my childhood, of Monty Python, of this
Wow,
the
high praise
weirdest
indeed.
dude, the weirdest things you've ever seen. Some of the stuff. It was one of those movies where a line would come out that was so not what you would think that could possibly be the line in the movie at that point. But after it's said, it's the only thing that could go there. And for me, the conflict, I was like, I mean, I kind of gave it to him. Maybe I just said, this is such amazing humor. I don't care that there's no, I get that because the plot to me felt the same as the jokes. Like the plot itself
Yeah,
was
I
like,
agree.
boom,
Yeah.
like twists were happening.
Just an
where
excuse to
Dude.
keep doing stuff.
Right.
and like, yeah, and the end was like twist after twist after twist. I was just like, I loved it.
Well, I would say that
Plus,
for
it was
my money,
hysterical.
I actually agree a little bit more with Dan than I do with you.
I dig
for a
that.
79-minute movie, which is less than a half an hour, it felt long.
Wait,
Wait, less than a half
I mean,
hour?
less than an hour and a half.
I was like,
How can
I know
do
math's
those
good.
numbers?
I
Less than an hour and a half.
know math, but
You know, like your average Disney movie is 90 minutes, right? And this is shorter than that. This
well,
is
yeah,
a short
but
movie.
Yeah.
the humor is completely different.
But well, obviously, but I'm saying it did feel long, and I felt like the first half hour of the movie
Yeah.
is wall to wall
Yeah.
hilarious.
I know you did.
Yeah,
Your
because
laugh
it
was
was guffawing.
amazing. I love.
Well, we
your
also
laugh
got
was
to see it in
ugh.
like this. I totally felt like a studio kingpin. 'Cause it was like these plush seats. There was only like 20 seats in the whole
Yeah.
place, and the EGM guys were sitting behind us.
IGN.
IGN.
That's what I meant.
Anyway, but yeah, so I think it really holds together in the first half an hour because you can do that like totally doesn't make any sense and non sequiturs all over
Yeah.
the place and just wild wackiness. But I felt like when you said there wasn't a plot, I felt like they pressed a plot onto it because in the show you never really get an explanation of where these guys came from or anything, and I
Yeah.
felt like they kind of try to make that an issue when who cares? It doesn't matter.
Well, but what would you? But then,
Interesting.
but then, what could you do? I mean, what?
Well, here's
if the show has no plot theoretically, and there's no need for a backstory, then why make? I mean, would you rather there not be a movie?
They don't embrace that plot. It's just sort of an excuse to have a question, and then the way the question is answered is completely. It doesn't have any weight or relevance.
Well, this makes me think is like there's a reason why I know about South Park and I watch South Park and I know about The Simpsons and I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And this would never be. And this is the problem that a lot of people have with Family Guy. And Family Guy, for as funny as it is, will never be The Simpsons. The
Yeah.
Simpsons is just more. You care about the characters. Family Guy. You know,
Yeah,
Family
it's
Guy's just random and
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
You know, and like
That'll wear
kind
off.
of has right, and it's like South Park. The freaking plot for the South Park movie is genius.
See, I never saw it.
Oh,
you never saw it?
that's what those guys are genius.
Okay,
Right.
well,
And they have something significant to say
And-
about their worldview is interesting. And this movie is just
It's not.
people
there's
will
no
get
worldview
stoned
at all.
and rent this
Right.
movie and watch
Well,
it.
dude, the trip.
I mean, that's really it's just going to be
7 minutes in when there was like the psychedelic weird trip song. I was just like, I know why this movie was made. I'm cool going on this trip with them. I mean, not physically or literally, but you know, I'm in a screening,
Right.
tripping on.
It's funny.
gin and juice.
It's funny.
It is funny.
But I guess after a while, you don't care. You don't have the energy to laugh as much because you don't. I mean, I'll laugh
Right.
harder at Ben Stiller with "Come on His Ear" or like Hugh Grant in About a
Well,
Boy
that's
because
your particular style.
because I care
You're
about.
more genital oriented. That's
Jizz on your
fine.
ear.
You know what I'm saying? Though, are they not better? Do you not want to laugh more? You enjoy those
I don't know. I would
movies?
say-
Even if it's a comedy, if you care, it's funnier.
I think each one has its place.
Yeah,
Tis true. Tis true.
tis my friends. So I'm gonna
A
say
Trumer.
it is a trumor. That is trumor. It was a rumor
that became
that became true. So now it's a trumor, and thankfully it's benign.
Yes. So
But I'm gonna say go fucking see this movie. That's what I'm gonna say. I
I
love
would
it.
say it.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think
I mean,
it's-
like
it's
it's worth
worth-
seeing.
it's worth seeing.
It's worth
Yeah.
watching though with
Oh,
your buddies
rent
on
it
TV.
even.
You know,
Yeah,
like
it's
Yeah.
funny.
definitely not a theater. kind of
Especially
thing.
if you're a fan of the series, you'll like
Oh
it.
yeah.
All right, so dudes,
Yeah, I'm so excited about the movie news. With John
JC.
Carpenter, hit me.
JC.
Jesus
John
Christ,
Carpenter.
Jesus Christ and John Carpenter.
are teaming up for
Teaming up for-
Fashion 2, Snake Plissken and you. But Snake Plissken.
Yes.
Okay, so this has been out for a little bit, but there's some more news about it. So
Okay.
people got excited about Gerard Butler in 300 because he's
He's
extremely
amazing.
badass.
Yeah.
Yes, didn't see it yet.
Oh,
really?
You need to.
Yeah, I was supposed to go see it like
Yeah.
2 Sundays ago, and
See
then
it
something
immediately, if
happened.
not sooner.
Yes.
I'm gonna down.
Hot men.
Yes.
Thank you, Steve.
what he thinks.
And now I'm going to see it.
No, so
Next week I'll be like, 300 was awesome.
so they're excited about doing.
Stop. But wait, whoa. We need to back the fucking train up and talk about Star Wipe.
Oh,
we
in
forgot
Aqua
to
Teen
talk
Hunger
about
Force. And dude, there was a great moment where he referenced Bob Clark, director of Porky's and Christmas Story.
Dude, yes.
Like what? Where's that joke come from?
There's
where-
there's
that
like the
was genius.
stupidest like poo-poo jokes, and then there's like these
Dude,
crazy
and
references. you need to
there
be
are
smart to
things that
understand.
literally, if we were allowed to talk to each other afterwards, we would have been quoting the movie. We
True.
started quoting the movie,
True.
putting the mics on our mics.
Yeah, it's gonna have a long life on
on
DVD.
our mics.
So let's talk about John Carpenter. Dude.
Sorry, I couldn't help.
Okay,
I
so
just said
Gerard
sorry.
Butler. So they're excited about making this Escape from New York remake. Gerard Butler as Snake Plissken.
Wow.
I'm not a big fan of remakes, but keep going.
Okay. Well, this is
Especially good movies.
This is
being
what's
remade.
cool.
Bad
Thank
movies
you for
being
that.
remade is good. But go ahead.
Here's the cool thing.
And John Carpenter hasn't really made a good movie in a very long time, although you like vampires. Keep going.
I do like vampires, yes.
And
But not Ghost of Mars.
I hear you. That's
Okay.
what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, the cool thing is not a remake, a prequel. This is what happens
well,
to
I'm
Snake
in.
before he gets to New York.
I'm in.
when he was 6 inches taller and way more ripped.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. Yeah.
maybe.
Does he have the big,
I
like,
think that's cool.
beekeeper
Now,
beard?
here's the thing that's really cool. Here's the thing that's I think is
Hit
amazing.
me. I'm ready for it.
Okay, in the interview, Suicide Girls did this interview with John Carpenter. In
Suicide Girls did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
In
I
this
know that.
interview with John Carpenter, he talks about how
Is he
he's got to do
directing
the interview. So he did something to make time to go play God of War 2. I'm like, dude, how cool is that?
Well, back to wrapping
Here's
around
some-
to 300, which
Yeah.
was sort of God of War the movie already.
Yes.
Well,
True.
that's what everybody was saying, yeah.
No, but I'm stoked that this is a guy, like, I just picturing someone like John
Wait,
Carpenter.
wait.
Hero
Was
from my
that
childhood.
the news
No.
about John Carpenter?
Well, here's the other cool thing. No. The news about John Carpenter.
I was like,
The news is prequel, not remake. Gerard Butler as
that's
Snake.
big.
Is what they're.
That's big.
I like
Is
prequel
Carpenter
remake.
directing?
No, he's not directing, but he's like,
that's good.
and he's totally fine with this. Like,
that's good.
he's done remakes. So, okay. The other cool thing is actually in the Ain't It Cool article about it. One of the writers, Moriarty, has written a script for John Carpenter.
Right.
Okay, in the interview, he said, John Carpenter's really cool. I remember when he was always telling us to go. He beat Gears of War. He was like telling us to go play Gears of War.
So you're saying it's going to have a sort of video game aesthetic?
No, I'm not talking
You're-
about Escape from New York at all. I'm talking about John Carpenter.
Oh, you just think it's cool
You just
that
think it's
like
cool that-
You guys don't think that's
70-year-old
cool?
Director.
Yeah, is playing Gears of War.
I guess I just assumed that anybody who was cool would play Gears of War.
I just didn't picture him.
I
You
guess
did
I
not
didn't picture him.
No, I agree.
No, I
It's
didn't.
cool.
Yeah,
It's very
it is
cool.
very cool.
It's very cool.
Okay,
It's very cool.
thank you. I
Though
thought it was cool.
I'd say I'm a little underwhelmed
Okay. Well, let me.
because I was very excited about like
let me put it
John
over the
Carpenter
edge.
making Speed Racers. Is what I thought you were going to say.
Speed Racers, the Wachowskis, and Emil Hirsch is possibly going
Alright.
to be. Yeah. Steve is not a fan of that. I like Emil
There's
Hirsch.
gonna be
I think
a
he's
lot.
awesome.
There's gonna be a lot of bullet time
Yeah.
effects and rain.
Well, hopefully not.
Camera coming down on the rain.
But okay, Gears of War brings up that they are
Greenlit.
the development
Well,
of the
New
Gears of
Line
War.
bought the rights.
Right.
It's very
No,
far
but
from.
a 21-page treatment written by this guy Stuart Beattie.
Who's that?
He wrote the Pirates movies, but he also wrote Collateral.
Huh? All right. So he's got
A movie
gritty
that I
Disney.
really like, and you seem to not.
No,
like
I
it.
liked it.
So I'm like, oh, this is
Collateral, I
cool
like
for
Collateral.
Gears of War. This is not like, I don't know who's doing the Halo. Oh, Peter Jackson. But who's writing
I
it
really
anyway?
feel like people get all excited about like Halo and Gears of War, and I think
True.
What
honestly,
video
it's,
game movie has ever been as amazing as everybody's waited for? it
Super
to be?
Mario Brothers the movie.
well, what I was gonna say is
Headline.
that
That is the best thing that the guy from Roger Rabbit ever did.
it seems like it's more of a purchasing. Obviously, it's purchasing the title, and then they get to sort of flesh out the
Because the
mythology.
story wasn't that good.
There is no. I mean,
Yeah.
there's
Well,
no
the story was
There's
all right.
a guy
well, the
who
story,
did something in his past.
No, but and the bottom line is the story is Starship Troopers.
Not even. No, it's
Just
not.
in the
Well, same thing with the
It's
Halo.
Bugs.
Same thing with the Halo.
Yeah, but no, but it's bugs. Literally bugs.
But it's not Starship. I mean, we're not
Oh,
going to
look,
get into the details of Starship
No, I know.
Troopers.
Starship Troopers were bugs coming to Earth.
basically,
but
the
this
point is
bugs
that
in Earth.
it's almost a blank slate.
Yeah.
That
True.
the filmmakers get to flesh out.
But now
And-
I will say if
You won't say.
no, I just because I was gonna
did
say
something gastrointestinal just happen?
no, I think I had an aneurysm. But after that's over, if it looks like the way the game looks aesthetically, like just think of seeing guys with those big freaking shoulders and like giant chain guns and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like that. Well, all right, Steve. But that would be awesome.
Right.
But then I was thinking, please don't do the thing that they did in Doom, which was we are going to put on what it looks like to play Doom.
Right.
In one section.
Well, nobody wants another Doom.
No, but they're going to do
No.
that. You will see a rodeo camera. Like a rodeo
Oh,
truck.
But that's okay because that came
Not
from
rodeo. It's rodeo run. They called it a rodeo.
I thought it was a rodeo camera.
the where it's like shuttle running.
It's a
the-
roadie, like
that's a shot
Yeah.
from filmmaking anyway.
No, I know, but you will see it being made. Like you will see the screen from
There's
Gears
gonna
of
be
War.
clowns
Nah.
jumping
You
out
will,
of
dude,
barrels.
you will.
Wow.
I'm serious.
with cameras on their heads.
all right, dude. You're gonna get the sarcasm meter.
All right.
Just be careful.
It's funny. I get
Oh, okay. Also,
So Gears of War.
Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Oh yeah, this was.
Two very interesting things are happening with him.
TC.
First of all,
Yeah.
he is going to star him, Bryan Singer, Christopher McQuarrie,
Yeah.
Brian Singer's
who
not
wrote.
acting in
No. Bryan Singer's directing. Christopher McQuarrie is writing. He wrote Usual Suspects. He also wrote and directed. This is like the last time he ever did anything.
He wrote
Usual Suspects.
Yeah.
Conversation for off the podcast for you about
Okay.
this that will make you not that excited about.
Well, he wrote and directed this movie, Wave the Gun. Did you guys ever
Well,
see
there's
Wave the
some-
Gun?
I have some inside scoop. I can't.
Did you guys ever see Wave the Gun? Wave the
Yes.
Gun?
Yeah.
Great movie.
I didn't know. I didn't see it.
Oh no, I didn't see
Love
it.
that movie, right? It's like,
We both said yes, and neither of us said it.
Just say the next thing, Dan.
We're like, yes.
I have
I was
a
like,
question.
she's like, I haven't seen it. I was
I
like,
have a
never mind.
question. Are you guys listening to me, or are you waiting to speak? To quote a movie that Jeff did. the
That
other
Jeff
day.
told you what the movie was.
I know. But Steve was just saying, and he thinks Wave the Gun is awesome, and it's a great movie, and you guys should fucking... Dude, it's good.
Wait. What was it? Was it the one with
Ryan Phillippe.
Ryan Phillippe.
Forrest Whitaker.
And
Well, that's
Bor-
why I
No,
don't
no,
Benicio
but Tay
del Toro.
Diggs. What?
Benicio del Toro.
Benicio del Toro and
Awesome.
Juliette
Didn't see it.
Lewis. It's cool,
Ryan
man.
Phillippe?
No, dude. It's not like
It's
a
good.
Ryan Phillippe vehicle. It's cool.
Oh, okay, well, then maybe
Christopher
I'll see
McQuarrie,
it.
it's like badass. Okay.
Okay.
Well, listen, that team is doing a World War II movie about a real life. This is based on true events. People tried to assassinate Adolf Hitler.
Right.
Cool,
I
right?
heard about that.
Yeah.
cool.
That is very cool.
Did at-
Did they
at Pupil?
get to do it, or how did that work for them?
Right. Sort of Apollo 13, right? Yeah. Didn't make it to the
Nice,
movie.
nice.
Or to the moon.
Didn't make it to that movie.
The other
but,
really cool
those
thing,
were some people.
the Tom Cruise connection.
I met them, by the way. Met him.
Who?
The guy.
Oh,
That,
Lovell?
The guy,
Jim
yeah,
Lovell?
Lovell. Yeah. I went to the.
But you can't
premiere.
talk about it on the podcast. It's for after.
No, this I can.
I met Buzz Aldrin at your birthday party.
I was gonna say. I was like, yeah. Were you not invited to my birthday
you
party?
didn't know. You didn't really know him then.
I don't think I knew you then. It was fun.
I invited you to my
Most of the
birthday party.
times,
I didn't go.
the day you met him.
Yeah, I didn't go.
Okay, lots
Wow.
of
Anyway,
things.
yeah,
are
that's what we call backstory.
Right.
All right,
Anything
so-
else Danny Button did?
Yeah, well, the thing about Tom Cruise, he recently
playing
became
Hitler,
a part of
or is
United.
he-
I don't know what he's doing.
Dude, when you wrote on the board, you wrote Tom Cruise. You put Tom Cruise, singer, Hitler, and I was like, wow.
he sang.
He
Tom
sang the song called Hitler. It's like Hitler.
What are the rest of the words, Jeff?
The rest of the words, the Hitler song,
Most of
will
them-
be up on the website. Check it.
Check that out.
Steve will come up with those. All right, so check it. Francis Ford Coppola is doing a movie. Tom Cruise,
Right.
United Artists.
He actually has
You
two
read
going
about
on.
this?
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, he's got that one about the New York City that's
Well,
been
whatever.
going on forever.
Right.
But you read about Youth Without Youth?
No, but you were putting it on the board.
You were like best friends with this board. You're
Dude,
like all
it's
about the board.
this is my internet. Because I show up every week, you write all the good parts, and I look over your shoulder and I go, really? And then you go, I'll tell you later.
So, dude, first of all, the news is that because Sofia Coppola has been doing all these super low budget movies, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do something like that.
Cool.
Which is cool. Youth Without Youth sounds really cool. It's about a dude who gets hit by lightning and starts to grow younger and become younger and more intelligent. Dude, by the way, played by Tim Roth.
Ooh, I like Tim Roth.
And younger, more intelligent, and then goes on a quest. See, this is why I wrote those weird things. Goes on a
language?
quest to understand linguistics and the consequences of something. What did I write on the board?
The consequences of language.
Old man, lighting younger,
Origins of language.
secrets of Conroy.
And the secrets of something.
Wow.
Whatever.
Awesome.
But here's the thing.
Dude,
I think your
that is
internet
the
is
best.
broken.
I think my internet's down.
Here's the thing.
I can't get my
You
porn.
got a crappy bandwidth, man.
Fuck, I don't remember the thing.
All right.
100
that was
and-
good.
Oh, and he's referring to it as an artsy Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Well, that's all I need.
All those things thrown into one fucking pot,
That sounds like
That's a big pot. That's
Yeah.
a pot I want to smoke. And I don't do that.
or eat your food out of. I don't do that. Awesome. All right.
Dude, that was the raddest movie section ever.
All right, for the video game this week, we played a little Cooking Mama, which was just released for the Wii.
Which was weird.
Well, let's just say Cooking Mama was a game for the DS
Was it?
originally.
You could, oh my god, that would
The
be so much
stylus, you
better on
play-
the, I mean, not better, but it would make
Yeah.
more.
You actually cook. You
Yeah.
actually prepare dishes. It tells you how to do it, and you did it with the stylus.
Well,
Now
we
they've
sh-
just released it for the Wii, so you can use the Wii remote to make food.
Yeah.
And we played a little, Dan. Well, actually, you know what? Let's start with Alex, because you played a little single player.
Yes, I
You didn't
did.
get a chance to
Yes,
play
I did,
single
Jeff.
player.
I played the single player of
Cooking Mama
Cooking Mama
by yourself.
by myself.
And what did you think of that?
Definitely not as cool as the two player.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're making food that you can't eat, taste, smell, hear, nothing, and it's
Love
it's,
hearing food too, by the way.
Dude,
so that
sizzle.
missing ingredient
Sizzling?
sucks.
Star wipes. There were not enough star wipes, but no, it's a little half the fun of the Wii in and of itself. Actually, the only thing fun about the Wii is playing it with your friends. We were talking about this
agree.
when we were playing the other day, and I said the second this peripheral comes out for the PS3 and the Xbox 360, goodbye Wii, because the graphics suck.
Well,
the
more
internet
than that,
connection's
it's just
like,
ridiculous that they shipped this thing with Wii Play and one remote.
Yeah, that's stupid.
It really is a machine that is only fun
with
your
people.
friends.
Even the ads, it's
Yeah.
only fun because people show up and
We
they're
play.
like, "Let's play, all of us." Yeah.
What did you think? We played a little. We played all 3-player,
Yeah.
2-player style.
Yeah.
It was fun. I had fun doing that. I would have not.
It was fun.
How long
I
were we
had
doing
fun.
that for?
You did lose an
I was,
awful lot.
You guys were playing a little bit longer than me, so.
Dude, but there was definitely some time. Yeah, but 5 minutes is
what-
longer.
Yeah, but I didn't. I was.
I mean, Alex has an advantage. He does host a cooking show.
This is true.
Show.
Although we
But I
don't
produced that
usually,
show.
like peel shit like this from 6 feet
This
away.
is us playing the Wii game, right?
This is us
It's
cooking.
like,
It's like-
waggle your haggles off, man.
Dude, when Dan was chopping he would chop with this hand,
what I wouldn't
and
give for
this
some
hand would
video of
actually
that.
go faster up and down than his chopping hand.
I wanted this one to move like this one.
It was like
What's
this.
it doing?
It was like for every
Put the controller in
for every one chop, he did like 4 or 5 pumps on the other hand.
And see, that's kind of the fun of the Wii,
That's
is
the
watching
only
your
fun.
friend look like a retard.
Yes.
Yeah, honestly, like I was gonna say, like, I had fun for as long as we played. I did not need to play it 1 minute longer.
No.
And if I was by myself, I would
Wouldn't
not
have played
had
that
fun
1
at all.
minute even begins.
I would all those games that we've been playing. Like, I don't think I'd have.
Would
any
you?
fun by
Yeah. Would you
myself.
ever?
It's true.
Did you
I-
ever play tennis by yourself?
I
or, like,
don't
ping
play the
pong
Wii
with the computer.
I don't play the Wii by myself at all. It's strictly for fun when people come over, and it's the most fun for when people come over that don't usually play video games.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
you can play tennis. You can play tennis with your friends that are, with
Dude,
girls.
yes, your mom.
Your mom.
Yeah, which
No,
we
I'm
shot.
saying.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
we shot.
saying.
We showed some. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude. You know what just made? Okay, this is my train of thought. It went
I like
from
trains.
that, and then I was thinking, would you play this by yourself? And then I was like, it's like someone playing Eyesight by themselves. How stupid that would look.
iToy?
And then iToy. And then
Yeah.
I thought about iToy, and then it made me think of Super Scope 16. Was that what it's called? Super Scope? For Super Nintendo?
Oh my God! Will you look through?
What was
had to
that
buy the
called?
peripheral
I feel
with
like
the-
you must have had that.
I didn't, but
Oh.
the gun, you had the peripheral of
Yeah,
the gun?
yeah, it was like a
my friend
scope.
had that, but
It
I
was a
didn't have it.
bazooka.
A bazooka scope.
Oh, it was a bazooka.
Yeah.
It's like Super Scope 16.
Super Soaps.
Or correct me if I'm wrong in the forums.
Which they've already done.
What I think of Super Soaker? I don't know.
Maybe because that was a thing.
16? You shouldn't have played
Turbo
that with your
Graphics 16.
Nintendo. It would have made it more
Yeah. I love all. I'm a big fan of peripherals. Power Glove. What? Yeah. Come on.
Behold
Thank
the Power
you.
Glove.
Behold the Power Glove. That's very
Lucas
nice.
brings it
yes,
out.
yes.
Yes.
But I mean, I really feel like the Wii is doing great, but the moment the 360 comes out with the peripheral, the moment the PS2 comes out, the PS3 comes out, the PSP.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's done.
Well, maybe.
Well, but what?
PS3
Those are
got
still
that.
$200 more than this thing. But let's
Well, no, that's true.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about. I mean, compared to we played a little Wii Play.
Right.
We played a little.
That
Wii
was fun.
Sports.
I liked all that
Compared to
stuff.
Just
that,
enough fun.
Cooking Mama. Does Cooking Mama
More fun,
or
I
less?
think.
Really?
I think I enjoyed doing that more than tennis. Yeah, I think that was fun.
We had a
You know what?
great time playing tennis.
I did. Oh, yeah, dude. We got
had, like,
the
epic-
like sweaty pits.
Yeah.
Going, kicking things, trying to serve and stuff. You
Yeah.
kept power serving. I hated that shit. But I think it's a lot like 2-player Wario World.
WarioWare.
WarioWare,
Yeah, totally.
Because it's those like
Or-
mini,
yeah.
it's those ultra micro games
Yeah.
where you're
you
like
gotta figure out what
yeah.
the thing is to do that you're
and
doing.
and you're like, oh crap, and then the guy next to you figures it out and you don't, and you're like looking over to see like, how does he get the?
But you know the thing, WarioWare for the Wii only uses one controller. You can't
No, I
use
know.
two
I
controllers.
know, I know.
Which
It's-
is
it's
stupid.
not- it should be
Stupid.
two-player.
But yeah, so anyway, I don't
Puzzles.
really think it's a $50 game.
I would
No,
say
not
no,
at
do not
all.
buy it, rent it.
Although it would be fun. I can't wait to play it with a girl. Not that girls cook more than guys, but I think it's kind
Or
of
that you
I mean,
know
it's
girls.
That's what I thought he was going to
I know,
say.
that's what I thought he was going to say.
Not that I
Very
know
good
any
point.
girls.
Not that I know anybody to play that with.
but it's an accessible. It's a thing that people who don't play video games do anyway.
Well, but
It's
that is
people
that,
cook.
and that's the whole thing of the
It's
Wii.
made for casual
That is the
gamers.
Wii, right.
So, but even for us, we did have a good time.
I had a blast. I
Yeah.
would not pay $50 for it. And I'm sorry you had to.
Well, since you want to talk about the Xbox and the
PS3.
PS3 so bad, let's talk about some rumors. The long-standing rumor of the Zephyr.
Is this a trumor? I just
This
wanted
is
to
a Trumer.
Brace me.
I'm about to reveal that it was true.
Okay.
Thus putting it in the Trumer category.
Nice.
Excellent.
It's going to
Harry S.
metastasize.
Trumer.
Nice. That's
Wow.
a good one. That is one
So
Harry S.
yeah, so
Trumer.
the rumor of the Zephyr, which is the Xbox 360
Right.
SKU
The
that
black-
supposedly had the black version
Right, with
that has
HDMI.
the HDMI 120 gig hard drive.
Oh, yeah.
Was confirmed by Engadget recently.
Oh, okay.
And it's
April,
coming out.
April.
$479.
That's cheaper.
No, it's more expensive than the premium Xbox. It's going to be called the Xbox Elite.
Oh, this is the Xbox.
It's not replacing the premium, which is kind of what
Right,
we
we thought
it
it was going to
might
be
do.
$399. But then again, so what was it, $479?
$479, and you're going to be able to buy the bigger hard drive as a standalone SKU too.
Tell me why I'm caring about this.
It's black.
In case I don't.
It's black?
People like the black sleek. I actually don't
like-
like it as much.
I mean,
No, I don't even.
I don't get that. Like, you have that like faceplate that you change in your
It came in the
Xbox.
kit.
Yeah.
I didn't even. I believe
That-
me. I would not have.
I just don't.
I would never buy
Who
that.
Who's looking at that? I mean,
There are
Honestly,
people, but
especially
no,
younger
but
people,
the
then
mod,
that's
well,
probably-
but see, the modding community is huge. The modding
true.
Xbox,
Case mods, yeah,
case
yeah,
mods,
that's-
and that's what that specific faceplate was for. That was how do we tap into that modding market without allowing people to mod our shit.
But isn't that for like PC gamers who are going to tournament where they bring
No.
their computers and so
No, no, no,
everyone
no,
can
no.
see
People
them?
mod-
Lots of people do
and,
that just
dude,
as a personal pride.
Okay.
thing.
Put in Xbox 360 case mods,
Yeah.
and you'll
Yeah.
see a ton
And
of
look, there's one right there.
Yeah, but I guess
Yeah.
the
Well, that's a
joy,
brilliant one.
the
Oh, the
joy
clear
of that
one.
is the joy of that not doing it like not
that's why
attaching
that's why it
something.
was very stupid that they went
Yeah.
that way. But then again, they released special edition ones like the Gears of War at the launch party
Yeah,
for Gears of
those
War.
are
They
cool.
gave
And
it
those are
out.
actually collectible.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
there's
kinda
like they
limited
what was it?
edition.
The official Xbox magazine ran a thing about the top 10 most rare faceplates,
Yeah.
and there were some where they made like 4.
Or like the E3 2005
yeah,
one. Or
right. They were like,
Yeah.
there you go. So there is a time and a place. But
But it
I'm
also
going
has
to say
HDMI,
right? But
which
HDMI we've
I don't
already
care
talked
about.
about. We've already talked. Well, nobody's heard us talk about it, but we have all
Right.
internally discussed that HDMI is
120
for.
gig hard drive is really the meat and potatoes.
And I guess if you're downloading a lot of content, because people were complaining, I mean, high def movies are 4
Mm-hmm.
gigs. Steve knows. He's nodding.
But they haven't announced any way to transfer stuff from the small hard drive to the big hard drive.
Which I'm sure they're gonna.
They're
I mean,
going to some-
you
yeah.
can't. Come on.
Anyway, $479 seems a little steep, and also the fact that they're not getting rid of it's evidently going to be coming out as called the Xbox Elite,
Xbox
and they're going
Elite.
to still sell the premium as
Okay.
what the premium is
Right,
now.
right.
But once there's only going to be a limited amount of the Xbox Elites, and once they sell those out, evidently it is going to replace the premium, which is a little strange.
Well,
to
no,
me.
that makes sense. I mean, think about it. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
the release of the PS3, release of the Xbox, release of the Wii. When there's none, when there's not that many. I mean, anytime you make anything rare or limited edition, people get a hard on. And if enough people get a hard on, and they buy them all out. That's fine. We will buy it when it's $3.99. We may not. Actually, I won't.
I don't think I'm going to
You
buy
guys
the new
want
hard. I'll buy the new
Android
hard
drive.
drive.
He will because you don't have. Yeah,
I'll buy
you
the new
don't
hard
have
drive. But do you think $479 is too much? I mean, all of a sudden it kind of.
Yeah,
And if you
I
add
mean,
H-
do I
He
think-
doesn't even
I'd
have one
rather
now.
pay $10.
no, but I mean, well, compared to
Compared to what do I have to
the
spend
PS3.
now? $400? So I
Yeah,
just spend
$399
$80
for
more.
the premium, $299 for
And
the core.
I don't care about black, so I'm just getting more hard drive space.
You're getting 120 gigs instead of 20.
Well, but your TV can handle HDMI, so you can just go. and
Well,
it's gone.
I would only get it if I got an HDTV. Oh, my brother's TV. you're talking
Your
about?
brother's TV, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
I don't know if I,
I think
would
it
get
does do
this.
HDMI.
100 more gigs. Now, are they going to sell external hard drive? So if I run out of room on my 20 gig
They
hard
already
drive,
do. You can buy multiple
then,
20 gig hard
then
drives.
I'm not. How much are those?
$100.
Ew.
But
The
but
120
but if
gigs
you want to
are
be
gonna like less than
right,
200.
but if you want to be a little shady, they're just laptop hard drives. So you could always.
That's true too. You can mod.
You know what? But we still have like 5 gigs left on ours, and
I
we
know.
have plenty of
And
things
what do
to
you
delete.
got? Oh yeah, you
Well,
got so much old shit.
It reduces the price delta between the PS3 and the Xbox.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
The Delta
price
Chuck
del- you know,
Norris Delta or
That's
the
the Delta
Delta
Force,
Berg?
my friend. Well, anyway, the PS3.
Yes.
We've talked a little bit about you, Mr. Anti-PS. It's funny.
I love that they called you in the forums.
In the forums, I'm
they
like,
called
fuck-
you the
I'm the
F
fuck you
the
PS3
F you Sony guy,
Yeah.
and this is Mr. Sony guy now.
Well, now I've been
Of the
looking for
three of us.
I've been looking for a reason to buy one because
you
I
keep
wanna buy
calling
one.
me when they're available.
And wait, I do.
Should I buy this now? No, Jeff. All right, but I
True.
could have.
But I really want to. And
I'm like, why?
there's no reason to right now, but I want.
There's no reason to yet.
Okay, but we watched the Ratchet and Clank trailer, the new Insomniac
Yes.
Ratchet and Clank for PS3.
Yes.
And it looks sweet.
I've
Right?
never played the
Yes.
Ratchet and Clanks. I played a little bit
they're
of
fun.
like
They're well
one.
designed.
No, no, no.
The first one was really
yeah,
great.
Well, I played a little bit of one, but I never had a PS2, so I didn't get into the Ratchet and Clank. So for me, it would be like I don't even know what the equivalent would be on the 360. Just not something that
Well-
gets
Well, it's
me
like a
going.
platformer, but they're shooting. It's
No, I get what it. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no like. You know, like when the new Splinter Cell comes out, I'm like, oh, it's the new
Yeah.
Splinter Cell, because I love the
but
Splinter
it
Cell
looks
games.
spectacular, right? The trailer looks
The
spectacular.
trailer
trailer was
good.
awesome. The trailer was, in terms of advertising, like it was fun. I loved
Slick.
that opening animation. It was really funny.
Yeah.
I liked the style of it.
Yeah.
And the game looked awesome, and I could tell right away that it was in-game footage. Like it just
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah.
really awesome
Yeah.
in-game. You could just feel
Yeah.
it wasn't movie we're watching.
Pre-rendered,
And,
yeah.
you know. And which you're probably watching right now.
Yeah, hopefully.
And what was I going to say? Oh.
Gameplay?
Ratchet and Clank. I don't know what I'm talking
All right,
about.
well, then
That's
I'll
awesome.
just skip right over that. Because
good.
one of the things is that Ratchet and Clank is one of the few, getting fewer and fewer of the
Oh, yeah.
exclusive
Exclusive titles for the
because they
PS3.
were just announced recently that Devil May Cry 4 which was one of the big third-party exclusive for the PS3,
Is
coming to the 360.
Wow. You can't do it. I mean, unless you are in bed with Sony, you can't justify the millions and millions and millions of dollars you're spending on these.
That's what Phil Harrison said at GDC.
You know what I mean?
He said, we understand why games like Assassin's Creed and Grand Theft Auto 4, he was talking about Grand Theft Auto 4, he said, we understand if you invest $20 million, we don't have the install base on the PS3 yet. It has to go multi-platform.
Yeah.
I'm
so excited because Assassin's Creed, I am so ready.
Are you
for that.
Devil May Cry? Are you?
I've never played it. How would I play it? I've never been that guy.
I was gonna say though, looking at that footage is what I was thinking about, and the footage that you showed us the other day. What was that? The little guys.
Oh, Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet.
Little Big Planet, right?
another reason I
and
wanted
that
the PS3.
footage. Honestly, I had this little childlike feeling of like, I want PS3.
I do.
I created that.
That's what
that
I'm
Ratchet
saying.
Clank stuff. I was like, I
That's
want to play
old
this.
Bah
It's
Humbug
cool.
over here is the one.
Well, no, it made me want to.
Only to play those games.
No,
I
but
mean,
it
like,
did,
I don't actually want to
got
spend that money. I
No,
just
no,
Nobody
no.
wants to spend the money, but yeah, you.
I won't actually buy PS3 is what I'm saying, but I had that
will.
feeling of like,
I will.
Yeah.
I'll buy it for all of us because that's what I do.
Thank you.
And
by the way,
come cook my mama.
But you
and-
just release something, Sony. Release anything
No.
that makes me want to get one now.
Don't talk to them. Don't talk to Sony. They don't deserve your words.
Well, I told them bad things. Long
Speaking
ago.
of the well-designed platformers for PS2, I forgot about this. I actually played God of War 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, what do you think
What
of
do you
it?
think?
Yeah. Well, you played the first one, right?
Yeah.
You didn't.
Well, not all
I
the way
didn't.
through.
I didn't.
Okay.
I
Oh,
heard
really?
everybody talk about how
Do you
great
have
it was,
it?
but
It's worth playing.
has it.
Awesome.
Dude, it's such a great game. You
I
can
know,
play
yeah.
it now, and it's awesome.
okay.
It's kind of like one of those.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed that I didn't finish it and I didn't play.
Dude, it's like, it's awesome.
Okay. God of War 2.
Okay, God of War 2, just as awesome. Okay, only PS2, we're talking here.
Right.
A little bit weird playing PlayStation 2 and these graphics, which are great for what it is.
Right.
Oh,
But
and
after
knowing
I've been
the
playing, I just
360.
beat Gears on Insane recently,
Yeah.
like for the second
Yeah.
time. Like, it was very like, ooh, remember this kind of feeling? And it sucks because honestly, it is a great game. The best thing about the first one, and it carries through in this, it's just really well designed. Like,
Yeah.
like you are. I think that
It was
guy,
really-
who's
the
that guy?
scope was
David
really
Jaffe,
good.
the guy
Yeah.
who
Actually,
develops it.
he didn't really have much to do with the second one.
Really? Okay. Well, I just feel like the game is very much in tune to how you're feeling, and it really makes you care about like. You play
Oh,
the
well,
the
Fable
ending of
2,
the first
the same.
one. You become godlike and sick, and this opens. You're godlike, and it diminishes you, and you're
that, though.
you're playing as godlike,
Well, it's
and
like
then but then also you're playing him, and when you're playing, you can barely walk, and you can barely swing your thing. I mean, it's like 2 seconds, and then the guy like comes and like kills you, and then you're in hell. And then it's like, but it's like you have these feelings of like, oh, this guy's gonna kill me, as opposed to just watching that in a cinematic. I kind of
that's
enjoyed
kinda cool.
the fact that I felt vulnerable playing.
Yeah.
And then I had to climb out of hell. I didn't watch that in a cinematic, and it was like fun. I was like, whoa, what the fuck's going on? And then the flying horse level.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I'm flying on this horse, and it's gorgeous looking. Like the colors.
Yeah.
I was playing a Pegasus. The colors are gorgeous, and it's like it's just really fun. I'm flying and ramming into these
Well,
guys, and I'm jumping.
I
I'm
love
like
this.
have
Oh.
to leap onto this horse, chop its wings, dig in, throw it, and as I throw it, I leap back onto my
would you do
Pegasus.
that
Like
to a little
epic
horse?
moments.
But the grandness of
Yes,
it.
it just makes
Talk
you
about the
feel-
grandness because you're so small in the world of God.
Steve is saying you are so small in this world of gods, and it does. It just and Gears of this too. It's very cinematic moments. Very what the fuck moments that as
Yeah.
you're playing, which are the best parts of video
Well,
games.
I think we're actually going to see
the water cooler moments.
We're
right?
going to see
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of that. I mean,
Oh,
I think
dude.
the first Gears of War is going to have a lot of impact
Yes.
on how games are presented nowadays.
Well,
I
we
mean,
talked
in the next
about-
generation.
Yeah. Well, you showed us the video of the Fable 2
Yeah.
with the dog.
Yeah.
And we all were talking about how if you have a pet in a game, it has to emulate this dog. And it's the same with Gears of War. If you do, or I feel like there's so many great. This is a great time to be interested in video games.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
agree.
people always thought because people were always complaining about
Toads.
last two things ago, people were saying we're gonna hit the limits of graphics and it's gonna be all about the best graphics and the best graphics. And the Wii came out and was like, no, it's about how fucking fun is it?
On that note,
You know what I mean?
On that note, I got the DS before I went on that trip,
Yes.
and I haven't had a handheld since Game Boy.
yeah.
I've had more fun playing that DS.
Dude,
It's
Elite
like-
Beat Agents.
Yeah, Elite Beat Agents is incredible. I had so much fun playing that.
Which is weird that
because-
we have never talked about that yet.
We talked about it.
No! We talked about it.
No, I talked about it before you guys had even played it.
Yeah, and then I got
And
it.
then I was like, you guys gotta play this game.
I
it
know,
was
and
awesome.
then Dan got it, and Dan was like,
I
"This
beat
game
it.
is awesome," and I was like, "Well, crap!" So then I got it, and now I finally got past the weird ghost Christmas thing with the dead
I
father.
love that song, the Chicago song.
Yeah, but what the
Sad.
The dead
I thought he
father?
was dead. You're not sure if he's. That's what you weren't sure if he's dead or
He's
if
a-
he's divorced. Leaving
You don't
her?
know if he's
What? How did you?
I
How
thought he
did
just
you
left
get
his
that?
daughter.
just like real life.
Daddy's not coming home.
Wait,
Tear.
Dad went to the farm.
ghost
My dad's
in
at the
the-
farm, though. I think he's just at the farm. You're like,
I don't know what
your
that
pet-
means.
When your dog dies when you're a kid, your dad says,
No,
he's just at the
there's
farm.
no human farm. There's no human farm.
Wow. Guys,
Anyway.
this is
Anyway.
totally rad.
Dude, this is totally rad. So this is the first ever answers reads this questions from the forums. We're gonna give ourselves 3 minutes because we have too many questions to answer in one
we should
episode.
get the timer up and the clock right there.
Now, all right,
All
timer
right,
has started.
okay. Okay, Rabid Badger. Oh boy. Is 300 a radical plot by the gay mafia to turn all the young men to the dark side?
No.
No.
I don't think so.
Next question.
Rad Max.
Okay, Rad
I have
Max.
a handful. If you could travel to any point in history, when would it be and why?
Middle Ages.
Why?
Really? You have to shit in a hole.
Everybody keeps telling me there's reasons why I shouldn't go,
It's
but
scary.
this-
hole.
Very scary. Dragons. There's dragons.
dude, I always want to go to places with dragons. I know. I always feel like the Middle Ages would be like a place where like you do shit. You wake up in the morning, and if you don't do shit, you're fucking dead.
Well, there's a lot of points in history like that.
Well, but more than that time, because
Yeah.
also you get to wear armor and poke people.
I'm gonna nerd out a little bit and say that I want to go see an
Today?
actual Shakespeare play with the Shakespeare players. I want to go to the Globe and see that. So that's how nerdy I am.
I would like
Wow.
to travel
That's
back
nerdy on a
in
different
time
level.
and catch up with Marty McFly.
Oh God,
No, I
you
don't
can't
know.
live in the real world.
You can't.
I don't
Next
know.
question.
I don't like it. Okay.
Dinosaurs.
Who is more rad, RoboCop or the Terminator?
The Terminator.
RoboCop.
Is this T500 or T1000?
500. The Terminator is a 500.
The,
Okay.
the Schwarzenegger.
Why is he more rad, the Terminator, than RoboCop?
No, I say RoboCop. Are you
think
kidding me?
RoboCop.
RoboCop was epic. RoboCop may have been the first
And
rated R
sad.
movie I ever saw.
So sad too when he's like in
Dude,
the house
when
remembering
the
his
shotgun,
son.
no,
I'm not saying the
that was
RoboCop's not
scary.
rad. I'm not saying it's
But
not
who's
rad.
radder?
I'm just saying
Yeah.
the Terminator's fucking come with me if you want to live. That's badass.
That's
He has a lot of
And
rad-
RoboCop is kind of,
But-
his armor is a little schlocky.
That's in the second one.
No, and now his armor looks schlocky. Back in the day,
What
Next
movie,
question.
what movie or show do you love but are afraid to admit it?
the
not
list.
afraid
the list.
to admit
I'm not afraid to admit any.
I will say I've said some of these before. One of them is Airborne, a movie I love.
Airborne with the basketball
With-
thing
no,
or the dog.
with the rollerblading, Shane McDermott, directed by Rob Bowman, who did Reign of Fire, which we all immediately hate.
Yeah.
Wait,
also,
wait,
I will say
the rollerblading one with
Shane-
Seth Green,
Seth Green, Jack Black.
and it was called Airborne.
It's called Airborne. Love it. I also love A Knight's Tale.
I actually enjoyed Nice Tale.
Sweet, bro.
Dude, the guy from
Paul
Rome.
Bettany and
see that.
Firefly,
Rome?
Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't see A Knight's Tale?
Really good, super underdog, awesome movie. You might really like it, actually.
You might dig it. It's
What
also on
movie
Nice
should you
Maybe I'll
love
be
but
afraid to admit it. Man.
Even Stevens, by the way.
Well, that's when you
Movie
should
or
have said
TV
even
show?
Steven.
American
you love
Idol?
But are afraid to...
watched
God, no.
American Idol.
Oh, God, no. I love...
America's Next Top Model.
I
America's Next
love
Top
Little
Model's
People,
awesome.
Big World, but I'm
Oh,
not afraid
dude,
to
me
admit
too.
that.
We love it. We're not
Yeah.
afraid.
We're all there.
I'm not afraid.
Let's move on. There's too
Let's
many
go to
movies,
another
too many good
guy,
ones.
because he's
Yeah,
got
Red Max,
okay,
he's got
okay,
12.
regarding the nachos.
Although, what movie? Oh, wait. Do you remember the first video game you ever beat? I thought that was cool.
Oh, that was cool.
I don't.
Contra.
Next question.
Well, there were a lot of video games that I played that weren't beatable. Like the Pac-Mans, the Galagas, or the just...
But what's the first one you
Alex,
beat?
Alex Ward would say that you're not... Shouldn't say beat.
Okay,
yeah.
Satori asks, what book that you love could and should be made into a film?
Oh.
Who would you get
Oh, we
to
just
be in
talked
it?
about this last night.
Did we?
I said Time Traveler's
Oh,
Wife.
yeah, Time Traveler's
I love
Wife.
that book.
I'm going to say, ready?
Yeah.
You may not have read this, The Alienist. I was actually just talking about how great this would be about to be a book. It's
Should be a book and it's a movie?
It should be a book and it's a movie. No, the other way around. It's a historical fiction. It's based around the time of Jack the Ripper, and it's about the first serial killer in the United States
Ooh, I wanna read
and
this.
the introduction of forensics.
Oh, I totally want to read that. I love historical
And it's all-
fiction.
yeah.
You got to
I mean,
read
it's-
the Baroque Cycle by Neil Stephenson, the guy who did Snow Crash and Diamond Age, the cyberpunk
this is
author.
what- this is what I
no,
read.
no,
Tell
he's
me
like a
about
total
that
nerd.
forever.
Oh, the
It
cyberpunk
is
author.
the
Yeah,
best
yeah.
books. It's a trilogy, and it
I
takes
will.
place.
I need a new
with
book because I'm
Newton.
just finishing. I'm not in a good one.
The best books
Done.
ever, and they would make There's no way they could do them as a movie.
Yeah,
It's 3
Dude,
books and it's the most epic shit ever.
And the Alienist, the actual Alienist, because that's what they used to call psychiatrists, because it was the first time that they used an actual
look at that.
like a thingy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I love thingies.
What
Next
are they
question.
called? Yeah,
Yeah,
next question.
can I answer?
Oh, yeah,
I'm sorry.
no.
Answer.
There's a book called Youth in Revolt: The Journals of Nick Twist. Are we out of time?
No, we got 45 seconds.
Okay, next question. Travis on phonics. Why specifically? Oh boy. Why specifically?
Oh, no. Just skip this one. Skip this one.
I don't like that question. Bald Monkey. If you guys had to fight each other to death, who would win? And Danny, what have you been up to since we last saw you? I talked
Fight
about
to the
on
death,
show.
who would win? I say
That's hard.
Steve would win.
I think Steve might win.
I think Steve would kick the shit out of
Jeff
us.
would instigate the fight because he doesn't back down. Right? You're always the guy that's like wants to start shit. But Dan and I have
mischaracterization.
We know
I
Kung
resent
Fu.
it, sir.
No, you know what I
I
mean.
said good day.
We know Kung Fu.
But Dan and I both know Kung Fu.
But so does Steve.
But
Steve
Steve is bigger and knows Kung Fu
And,
as
yes.
well. So when it comes down to all three people knowing Kung Fu,
Steve.
it's the big guy that wins.
Behind
So
the camera.
Steve. Yeah.
And he would hit us with the camera, probably.
He's that kind of guy. Look at that.
All right.
Look at that.
All right, I think that's the thing.
Oh, that's it. That's it
Yeah.
for this week's episode.
Oh,
that was
I can't
awesome.
I can't wait to answer more questions.
Me too. We'll do it in a couple weeks.
There's some goodies.
Well, that was really fun. I'm excited to be doing that segment. We're gonna kind of do
Me
that.
too. So keep
cool.
keep submitting
Yeah.
questions in the forums. And
yeah, we'll
keep
do it
reading
every
them.
once in a while.
Yeah.
You know, it's just gonna be a fun thing.
I would like to say something real quick.
All right, Dan,
Go
take,
for it,
take
Dan.
the
I'm
floor.
like Danny interjections. I keep on like.
Danny interjections.
I like it.
I like
Interject
that.
away, my
Although
friend.
that does sound like a porn. name.
First of all,
That's why he said it. I know.
Yes, Danny interjections.
I just started thinking of other porn names. No, okay, so I used to do the show Geekdrome. Hopefully, many of people watching now are coming over from Geekdrome. My co-host of that show, John London, started another show called Geekscape. That's very cool. Even cooler, I think, is a website that he's put together. It's geekscape.net, and it's like this community, like source for news, for video game news, comics news, all that stuff. But
Yeah.
it's sort of community provided. And it's pretty rad, so check that out at geekscape.net.
Yeah, if you like our show, you definitely would like the stuff that's going on over there.
Yeah.
Also, I want to say real quick, I recently just directed these 2 Lexus
Oh yeah.
commercials. Okay, and they're on...
Directed Lexus
thank you.
commercials.
Wow. Thank you.
What?
But they're on TiVo.
Much money.
They're on... They're not, but that's okay. They're on TiVo. They're on
Which is cool.
TV.
They're on TV.
But they're on TiVo.
History Channel.
They're on History. They're playing... I saw it on History Channel. Okay. But they're playing on TiVo. If you have a TiVo, for real TiVo, not a DVR, like not like Comcast or Time Warner, but for real
Right.
TiVo, on the main menu, go to Showcases, look for the Lexus symbol, and it's 2 things. It's like Avalanche. One's a documentary on like Avalanche guys, and there's one
cool.
on this
Hot
bridges.
chick.
They're very cool.
Yes.
Hot chick.
So if you can
Check
click
them
on
out.
them, they're monitoring them. So if you watch them many times,
Watch them
it
again?
will be very cool for me because they will see that I did a good job making them. So Lexus on their Showcases, TiVo, bingo bango.
Bingo
Wow.
bango, Lexus, Lexi.
Hey, that's our show.
Dude, that is
was our
awesome.
show.
That's our show
Episode
for this
1.
week.
Bam.
Episode 1.
Bam.
If you want to check out our website, please feel free to head over to totallyradshow.com. We have forums set up there, which you can tell we look at. Actually, some of us are new forum members. Some of
TRS
us
chef.
are finally now show hosts.
Yes.
Wow.
I
Wow.
just became a member before, and I'm now finally.
A show host,
Yes.
which is
Or
sort of
you can
weird.
email us at fans@totallyradshow.com. We'll also check that.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to usually be doing is answering a question from email.
Right.
But then we'll
But
also
be
doing
active. We'll be
ourselves.
active.
Yeah.
And
I'm Mr. Active.
And MySpace, myspace.com/totallyradshow. Our poster's up there.
Theme
I'm sure we'll get
song.
our theme songs up there. When this show is released, we're probably going to make a big announcement over the MySpace site, and any other announcements, special things happening on the show, whatever, will be released to you through MySpace. So it really would behoove you to become our friend on MySpace.
And we're going to really try to make the show as interactive as we would like the show to be.
Absolutely.
And so
We have some plans.
We have plans that we're not going to.
Not yet. But it's
we
pretty
might
rad.
just. But no, we're not gonna.
No, we're not gonna. But they'll be awesome. Well, that's it for this week's edition of the Totally Rad Show. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Jeff Canada.
And I'm Dan Trachtenberg.
Until next time,
Welcome to the Radiverse.
welcome to the Radiverse. My nipple. I did a Star Wars with my nipple.
Now I'm laughing.
Stuck in 82 and must be rescued. They need a heroes too.
Oh, thanks
Discuss
for
the latest
fun.
news and give us their reviews of games and movies too. Should hope you're not confused. I swear it's all true. Not just the premise too. The Totally Rad Show.
Should hope you're not confused. We swear this is all true. Not just the premise to the
Give me the whip! Give me the whip!
Adios, senor.
That's your winner!
That's it.
Dude, shot for the win.